So something like that is happening in that direction, I will let you know, because of course, and
Yeah.
we're still planning New York. So
Yeah,
we're still
perfect.
planning New York now for quite a few months. So I will keep you posted.
Yeah,
Please
absolutely.
do.
We got a lot of family in New York City, so
Yep.
Yeah.
I ended up like at a hotel. I was sitting on this rooftop of a hotel and it was snowing. And I remember just like crying, like profusely, like on my own, just like weeping, um, and like uttering to myself, like, I'm so alone. I'm so alone. I'm so alone. And it ended up being like this spiritual experience because for the first time I was really grieving my own life. Like you have gotten to this point where not only are you, isolated and disillusioned from like your immediate family, your family of faith, but now also like these friends that you've been running around with for 6, 7 years, um, no idea where to go, totally disoriented, and here you are sitting alone in a random city, just crying your eyes out. And the grief that I had for myself in that moment, really became like a spiritual moment for me where I just had this thought like I need to make a change in my life. I need to start looking for a way out of this, and I have no idea where to turn or how to navigate this, but I need to do something because if not, I don't know what the end result will be. And so, out of that almost confessional, approach to it, not knowing that I was kind of confessing this, there was like a subtle sense of peace that arrived at the end of that on that evening, where I started to remember a few people who had been in my life previously. And so one of those was the people in Romania. It just came to me in a thought right there. I thought of my dad, but I was like, nope, can't do that. That's too soon. But at least I started to have this more general awareness that there might be a way out of this. I just don't know how to make that connection.
Mhm.
And so, um, a couple months after that Munich experience, again, I'm still not really knowing where to turn. I'm still doing the things that I'm doing. I'm still very burnt out and just tired of life. And I received a message from a friend in Romania. Um, and that friend is Nicole, who is pastor's daughter of Pastor Nico and Caprice. And we hadn't spoken in about, I want to say, 6 years at that point. We had been friends on Facebook, so we kind of following each other's lives, but never communicating. And she randomly sent a message, and I remember the day I got the message, I was working at at a restaurant. I was on my lunch break, and my phone goes off, and I look at it, and I see her name pop up, and my heart like dropped. I was like, "Oh my gosh! Like, what is this person doing? Like, why are they messaging me right now, 6 years out of the blue?" And she basically said, "Hey, I'm sorry for being such a bad friend." And I was like, "Wait, what? Like, what do you mean bad friend?" I mean, she was just being nice. And she says, "Hey, I just want to know how you're doing. I can see that you've gone through a lot over these last few years. Like, what's going on?" And it sounds so simple, just asking those kind of basic questions. But for me, what it communicated was somebody somebody who had a sense that something was wrong, which was different from my friends who I'd been with for like 6, 7 years. A lot of them, didn't know the depth of what I was going through. And then here was this person who I haven't spoken with in 7 years, already picking up on there's something deeper going on here, and I'm here to help you and to try and get you out of it. And so that started just a series of conversations back and forth with Nicole. I had been saving up money at that time to fully run away. So when I said I didn't know which way to turn or how to get out of this, my response was, I'm going to move to a different country on my own. Like that makes no sense now when you think about it, but I just didn't know what to do. So I'd been saving money to go traveling and just move to a different country on my own and start life again, just to get away from London, and see what else could be out there, which would have been disastrous if I had done that. And so the timing of Nicole messaging me, um, again, looking back on it, was definitely a God thing because I'm not sure what I would have done if I had ended up in a different country on my own.